What we want to talk about right now is just a little bit about these equations. Okay, so we have y equals 3x plus 1, a of n equals 3n plus 1, and f of x equals 3x plus 1. Okay, the thing to understand is that every one of these equations is the exact same thing. We may have changed our variable. These are our variables, but we haven't actually changed the equation. So we have an x here, an n here, and x here. We have a y, an a of n, and f of x. It doesn't really matter what we use there, as long as we understand that this one right here is our input and this is our output. Okay, so how are these used? We have to remember that this row here is our x, or our input, and this one is our output. I happen to be using x and f of x. Okay, whether you use n or a of n or x and y, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that you understand input and output. Okay? Now, how to use these in an equation and what the purpose of this equation is. We can take any of these and we can plug them into the equation and it will get us our output. Okay? Such as if we take 1 and we put it in place of x, because 1 is one of our x's, this x here is nothing more than a placeholder for any of these top numbers. And this y, or a of n, or f of x is nothing more than a placeholder for any of these bottom numbers. Okay? So if I took the 1 and I put it in place of the x, so I have y equals 3 times 1 plus 1, and have 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 equals 4. All right, and if we look right here, we can see that we have a 4 right there. Okay, so it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what number we want to know across the top. If we put the top number in, we will get the bottom number. We will get the corresponding bottom number because we have a function. Doesn't matter what function it is, as long as the function relates to the sequence that is given. So we can do what 4 is. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. We can do 5. We can do 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. We can figure out what the 95th one is. 3 times 95 is 285, plus 1 is 286. Okay? We can figure out what any one of these is as long as we know that we're going to put our x in here and we will get out our f of x. Or vice versa, we can put in our f of x to find out what our x is.